But this is a full HD 1080p footage from the Tecno Camon 17 Pro. On this mode, I can have electronic image stabilization and I can have the beauty mode turned on. Right now, I have the image stabilization, otherwise called Ultra Steady, turned on. Right now, I have the video bokeh effect turned on.
What's up guys, it's Victor here again. Please do subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when I post another video like this one. The Tecno Camon 17 Pro has a 64 megapixel back camera supported by an 8 megapixel ultra wide lens, 2 megapixel depth sensor and 2 megapixel monochrome camera. Up front in a punch hole is the 48 megapixel selfie camera. Impressive camera specs, right? Under daylight and proper light, pictures come out sharp, balanced and bright. Even when you zoom in, you still have a sharp image and enough room to zoom. In this one, I feel the Tecno Camon 17 Pro didn't handle the dynamic range well. The subject's face is almost overexposed. Even though the picture is bright, sharp and with good skin tone color, it's almost losing detail in the highlights. Let me know what you think about this picture. This picture was taken at noon when the sun wasn't too harsh. And as you can see, the dynamic range is fabulous. Our model is happy and her skin tone is vibrant. Also, the overall color reproduction is accurate. However, you will notice the distortion towards the edges. The buildings here, the buildings behind her are almost falling down. In this one, the dynamic range isn't well done. Maybe because there are a lot of bright areas in this photo, but regardless, this is a beautiful picture. Colors are vibrant and true to life. I have the beauty mode turned on here and as you can see, the camera cleaned up our subject's face. This is another side-by-side view of me and my guy Ahmed with the beauty mode on and without the beauty mode on. I think the smoothing is too much, but that's not an issue because you can actually control the smoothness within the camera app. Something else I noticed is that when you are on beauty mode, the camera software tends to forget about every other thing like dynamic range and exposure and focuses on smoothing your face. The camera struggles a lot under direct sunlight. It tends to have a lot of reddish tints. Could it be trying to adjust the color temperature and by doing so messing things up? This only happens when I'm directly under sunlight. This picture should really make you understand what I'm talking about. I feel this could be fixed with a software upgrade, hopefully. This next picture looks like a picture with a fantastic dynamic range, right? But no, the sky just happens to cover a major part of the image and because of that, it properly exposed the sky and the shadows were left in the shadows. In this portrait shot, edge detection is fantastic and above average. The blur behind the subject looks really like a natural depth of field. The areas closer to the subject have lesser blur compared to areas away from the subject. I think this is a good picture. The Tecno Camon 17 Pro has an AI setup that allows it to detect and recognize different scenes and objects, and it uses that information to improve and adjust photographs according to how they are supposed to look. This was taken with the front 48 megapixel camera and I'm inside the vehicle on a hot afternoon. As you can see, the camera is at its best, however it didn't do a good job with the color of my shirt. In this one, I am on the beauty mode of the camera. These are 1x, 2x and ultra wide shots from the Tecno Camon 17. For 2x, the camera just zooms in digitally, which means that you lose a lot of details and sharpness doing so. The ultra wide lens reproduces color a little bit differently. It's more vibrant and saturated and it handles dynamic range a lot better than the other two. Where the camera begins to suffer is indoors. It tries its best to remove noise but leaves you with a blurry image when you zoom in. But with enough light, you can get a very sharp image like this one. The image on the left is a normal picture taken in the night without the super night mode active. The one on the right is with the super night mode active. Even though the image got brighter, I suggest you stay away from this mode. It was a bad idea doing this. The Tecno Camon 17 Pro can shoot videos up to 4K at 30 frames per second on the front and back. However, you lose the option to turn on the electronic image stabilization if you go with 4K. To use EIS, you must go down to 2K 30 frames per second. Also, only the main 64 megapixel or 48 megapixel front camera will allow you to shoot 4K. The 8 megapixel ultra wide camera cannot shoot 4K. You can only shoot up to 1080p on the ultra wide camera. You now have options to turn on video beauty mode, video bokeh for blurring the background and mimicking depth of field for videos. There is also a slow motion mode, but the video quality of this mode is really down. It gives out 720p videos. side, I feel the video camera is fantastic, except of course for the dynamic range, which with a software upgrade can be corrected. Videos look sharp and vibrant. Skin tone is also good in most cases, except when directly under the sun.
So guys, this is what you get when you put on the video bokeh on the Tecno Camon 17 Pro. The edges are not accurate, the edge detection I mean to say. So this is 4K on the back camera of this Tecno Camon 17 Pro. Now this is video from the ultra wide lens of the Tecno Camon 17 Pro.
The camera has a film mode that allows you to create engaging and beautiful video compositions very quickly. I enjoyed using this feature. You can choose from a list of already made templates or presets. There are not many of them right now, but it's something Tecno can add with a software upgrade. Here is a video I created using the film mode. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Overall, I think the Tecno Camon 17 Pro is a fantastic device for 125,000 naira. It arguably has the clearest selfie as a matter of fact, but that really depends on what's clear to you personally. For instance, comparing the selfie picture taken on the Camon 17 Pro's camera to a picture taken on the selfie camera of the Redmi Note 10S, you clearly see how much of a superstar the Camon 17 Pro is in this regard. But we should also consider that the Redmi Note 10S has a 13 megapixel selfie shooter and the Camon 17 Pro a 48 megapixel selfie camera. But that to an extent is not an excuse, right? Tell me what you think. Does the megapixel count really affect the quality of pictures, considering that the iPhone 12 Pro Max has a 12 megapixel camera, just a 12 megapixel camera, but is still regarded as one of the best camera phones? Or does the megapixel count only translate to a larger and bigger picture file size? Please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a share, subscribe if you're not, and please don't forget to ring the bell to be notified when I post another video like this one. Thank you guys for seeing this one. I'll see you when I see you in the next one.